What would happen if one family decided they were destined to rule an entire nation? Not for a lifetime, but forever. What if they built a world around themselves, where their blood was more sacred than any law, more powerful than any army? This is the story of how a single bloodline came to dominate a country, turning a nation into a kingdom and its people into followers. Welcome to Once Before, the channel where we dive into history through the stories of real people who lived it. If you enjoy these journeys into the past, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you won't miss the next story. After World War II, a broken Korea lay split in two. In the north, Soviet tanks rolled in. They needed a leader, a local face for their communist future. They found him in a man named Kim Il-sung. Born in 1912, his family had fled Japanese rule to Manchuria. He joined communist youth groups, fought guerrilla battles against the Japanese in the 1930s. The Soviets trained and shaped him. Then they sent him home. In 1948, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea was born, and Kim Il-sung became its first premier. In 1949, he took the powerful role of chairman of the Workers' Party. He was young, ambitious, and ready to carve out his own destiny. But this wasn't just about politics. From day one, Kim Il-sung started building something more profound. A legend. He presented himself as the liberator, the true son of Korea, the one chosen to lead them into a new era. In June 1950, Kim Il-sung launched his boldest gamble. North Korean tanks roared across the border, invading the south. His goal was simple: forced reunification. He believed the entire peninsula would fall in days. But he was wrong. The United States and the United Nations fought back, pushing his forces almost to the brink. Only a desperate, massive Chinese intervention saved his regime from total collapse, pulling it back from the precipice of utter annihilation. The war ended in a bloody stalemate in 1953, leaving Korea shattered, divided, and forever scarred. But for Kim Il-sung, defeat was just another chance to strengthen his grip. He eliminated all domestic opposition, purging rivals with brutal efficiency. North Korea transformed under his iron will. It became austere, militaristic, and highly regimented. He introduced the Juche philosophy, self-reliance, urging his people to depend on no one but themselves and their leader. He built an omnipresent personality cult around himself, using powerful propaganda. Every success, every good harvest, every ray of sunshine was credited to him. He was not just a leader, he was a god, the eternal protector of the Korean people. For 46 years, Kim Il-sung ruled North Korea unchallenged. He moved from premier to president in 1972, tightening his control. He forged close ties with the Soviet Union and China, while maintaining a consistent, fierce hostility towards South Korea and the United States. His system of Juche promised prosperity, but by the early 1990s, the economy stagnated. Food shortages began to bite, casting a long shadow of coming devastation. But his most audacious move was yet to come. In 1980, he did what no communist leader had ever truly dared. He designated his son, Kim Jong Il, as his heir. He declared that leadership was not just political, but a matter of blood. On July 8, 1994, Kim Il-sung died of a heart attack.
역사와 더불어 천년만년 길이 빛날 것이다.
But even death could not end his rule. In 1998, a revised constitution declared him the eternal president of the republic. His embalmed body was placed in state, a permanent sacred symbol of the dynasty he had founded. His legend lived on, untouchable, eternal. Kim Jong Il inherited his father's throne, ruling from 1994 until his own death in 2011. His official North Korean biography claimed he was born on Mount Paektu in 1942, under auspicious signs, a new star in the sky, a double rainbow stretched. But Soviet archives told a different story. A birth in Siberia in 1941. Such was the nature of the Hermit Kingdom, where truth was molded to fit the narrative of the divine bloodline. Kim Jong Il had been groomed for power. He graduated from Kim Il-sung University, served in the Korean Workers' Party, and assumed command of the armed forces in the early 1990s. He became chairman of the KWP in 1997 and chairman of the National Defense Commission in 1998, as the presidency itself was removed, ensuring his father remained the eternal president. His personal life was complex, involving 4 partners and at least 6 children, with intricate internal family distinctions. He further developed the ideology of the Kim Dynasty, sealing North Korea off from the world, cultivating an image of mystery and absolute control. But even a divine leader could not escape reality. Kim Jong Il inherited a struggling economy, which soon collapsed into a horrific famine. Estimates suggest up to 2.5 million people died. While his people starved, Kim Jong Il sought leverage on the international stage. In 1994, he agreed with the United States to dismantle North Korea's nuclear program in exchange for new reactors. He even met with South Korean leader Kim Dae-jung in 2000, discussing steps towards reunification. However, these fragile hopes soon shattered. Relations with the United States soured in 2002 over suspicions of uranium enrichment. North Korea withdrew from the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty in 2003, openly declaring its intention to develop nuclear weapons. An underground nuclear test followed in 2006, then another in 2009. Tensions escalated with South Korea, leading to the sinking of a warship and a military skirmish in 2010.
The weapon was confirmed to be a highly explosive 250-kilogram torpedo manufactured by North Korea.
This was a terrifying descent into global instability. The country was locked in a deadly dance between survival and provocation, holding the world captive with its nuclear ambitions. By 2008, rumors of Kim Jong Il's declining health circulated, with reports suggesting a stroke. The question of succession loomed. In 2009, he and the political establishment began the careful process of designating his youngest son, Kim Jong Un, as his heir. Unlike his father and grandfather, whose childhoods were marked by war and crisis, Kim Jong Un grew up in luxury and comfort, reportedly traveling internationally and enjoying extensive estates. He was educated at the International School of Bern in Switzerland and the Kim Il-sung National War College in Pyongyang. His rise to power was swift and dramatic. In 2009, he was appointed to the Supreme People's Assembly and the National Defense Commission. In September 2010, he received the rank of 4-star general, despite no known prior military experience. When Kim Jong Il died of a heart attack in December 2011, the stage was set for the next chapter of the dynasty. On December 29, 2011, Kim Jong Un became the supreme leader, inheriting a nuclear arsenal, a starving population, and a legacy of absolute rule. Kim Jong Un wasted no time consolidating his power, showing a ruthless determination that shocked even hardened observers. His succession had been non-traditional. He was the third son. His older brother, Kim Jong-nam, was considered tainted by foreign influence after an incident in Japan in 2001 and unfit to lead. His second brother, Kim Jong-chol, was judged too effeminate and feminine for the role. Kim Jong-un would tolerate no rivals, no perceived weakness. In December 2013, he ordered the public humiliation and brutal execution of his powerful uncle, Jang Song-taek, accusing him of treason and undermining party leadership. This was a chilling, terrifying message to anyone who dared question his absolute authority. Then, in 2017, his half-brother Kim Jong Un was allegedly killed with a chemical nerve agent at a Malaysian airport. Kim Jong Un had been critical of the hereditary succession and was reportedly a CIA informant. Kim Jong Un's leadership style, marked by a hair-trigger temper and a Manichaean worldview, left no room for dissent. His wife, Ri Sol-ju, provided a contrasting image, presenting a softer side to the regime with her style and humor, a deliberate contrast to the country's brutal reality. Under Kim Jong Un, North Korea's nuclear weapons program accelerated dramatically. By 2017, the country had conducted 6 nuclear tests, one of which was claimed to be mountable on an intercontinental ballistic missile. This sparked a terrifying war of words with U.S. President Donald Trump, pushing the world to the brink.
Has great strength and patience, but if it is forced to defend itself or its allies, we will have no choice but to totally destroy North Korea.
The threats escalated with chilling speed. Missiles were tested. Rhetoric reached fever pitch. The world held its breath. Then, in a stunning reversal, Kim Jong Un initiated diplomatic engagement in 2018. He held a historic meeting with South Korean President Moon Jae-in in April, discussing denuclearization and an armistice to finally end the Korean War. 2 months later, he met with President Trump in Singapore, pledging to work toward complete denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula.
사상 처음으로 우리 땅을 밟으시는 미국 대통령이 되십니다.
If Your Excellency
I'm
take
okay
a
with
step
that.
forward, you will be the
I'd be
first
very
U.S. president to cross the
I'd be
this
very
line.
proud to do that. Okay, let's do it. Come on.
Trump, in turn, promised to end joint U.S.-South Korea military exercises. Yet, despite these dramatic diplomatic gestures, Kim Jong Un's leadership style continues to emphasize military demonstrations and provocative actions, revealing a leader with little experience in negotiation or compromise. The world watches, holding its breath. Today, the Mount Paektu bloodline continues its mysterious reign. North Korea's secrecy makes it hard to confirm details about Kim Jong Un's children, but one figure has emerged into the spotlight: his daughter, Kim Juche. Her existence was first publicly mentioned in 2013 by basketball player Dennis Rodman, but she made her first confirmed public appearance alongside her father in November 2022 at an intercontinental ballistic missile launch. By February 2023, her public profile exploded. She appeared on postage stamps, at official banquets, and was referred to as Kim Jong Un's respected daughter, a term previously used to cement her father's status as a future leader. South Korea's intelligence agency now calls her the most likely successor, though variables remain. This young girl, barely 10 years old, seen horse riding, skiing, and swimming, is now paraded at military events, even receiving salutes. She has made her first public appearance outside North Korea. But other figures also lurk in the shadows. Kim Yo-jong, Kim Jong Un's sister, is a rising star, his de facto second-in-command, managing his schedule and official duties. Kim Sul-sung, a daughter of Kim Jong Il, is described as a favored intellectual and a hidden power player. And Kim Pyong-il, Kim Il-sung's last living son, though sidelined for decades, still represents a male bloodline. The Kim family, in all its complexity, continues to rule, and the world waits to see who the next divine leader will be. A nation forged in war, steeped in propaganda, and ruled by blood, North Korea remains a powerful testament to one family's unwavering and often brutal vision for eternal rule. A story still unfolding. Thanks for watching. If this story moved you, give the video a like And don't forget to subscribe to Once Before for more journeys into the darker corners of history. Until next time, remember, the past isn't gone. It's waiting to be told once before.